What the frick? Oh my gosh. Floridian sees snow for the first time.
Not me.
Not her. Talking about me.
What is that? What is that? What is that? What is all that stuff?
I think it's like toy stuffing everywhere. And he's making icicles. Good boy. He's making oh my god. His pee froze. His pee literally froze. No way.
Oh my
Look,
God, it did.
look, it literally froze. Good boy, you're experimenting. Good boy. Alright, so I was debating all day, all morning, whether I wanted to start a YouTube video today or not. And Maddie gets home from college. I'm like working on stuff on the computer. She was like, have you looked outside recently? I was like, no. Then she opened the blinds and it's freaking winter wonderland out here. This video, kind of what I had planned. It's not going to be your normal like workout montage and whatever else I got going on there today. I just really wanted to kind of give you guys a life update, talk to you about how things are mentally and like how work's going and stuff like that, and just how everything's falling into place. And I thought it'd be a really cool, like meaningful video. I'm gonna be going to the gym later, but just to film and stretch, kind of like an active rest day thing, and just update you guys on all the business stuff going on. And yeah, I thought this would be a cool way to start the video. Room check real quick, pretty much the same when you guys saw last. Here's my setup. Hopefully gonna be making some changes to the setup here soon. Trying to sell this PC, go with a Mac laptop, and then like a big wide curved screen. Speed up the workflow, get back into Apple products, use Final Cut, that kind of thing. Anyways, so like I said, this video is just gonna be very like updating you on how everything's going in Maryland, how everything's going business-wise, and just all the moves that are being made. And honestly, this video will be one I'll be, you know, really eager to look back on eventually, because this video is just strictly like, it's kind of like a testimony of just putting in the work and the results will come, you know. So for example, like, you know, ever since we moved up here in Maryland, it was either get a normal corporate, you know, 9-to-5 American dream job, whatever, or continue to further myself as an entrepreneur and go like from that 9 out of 10 all in to 10 out of 10 all in, because, you know, mommy and daddy ain't here to bail me out no more, that kind of thing, you know. So ever since we got back, I was struggling, you know, the first month we were here. It was hard. I made $100 in 1 month, $100, I'm not kidding. And you know, getting around doing photo shoots, video shoots, stuff like that. I landed one video shoot. I think it was 125. I got 125 my first 30 days I was here. Then we went back to Florida for a week and came back, and I've been making money almost by the daily now, because it just really hit me that it is do or die. And, you know, not just die, it's, you know, getting slaughtered basically is where I was at. And it just really lit a fire into my ass, and as it should. But I just really kind of took everything and all my efforts from like a RPE 8 to a RPE 10 kind of thing. And like I said, it's do or die now. If I want to make it and what I want to do, if I want to do things and have a career and have a life doing things that make me happy, then right now is what matters most. Right now is what always matters most. No matter where you're at, what you have done, what you're gonna do doesn't matter. It depends on what you're doing right now, you know. So ever since we've been back from Florida, I've been pushing photography, video, training, coaching, working behind a lot of behind the scenes stuff with Discipline Over Motivation right now, get that started as a brand. I've booked a few jobs for like in the coming months of this year, and basically like it's really starting to pay off. Like I've been doing, even since I've been here too, I've done lots of like free work for people just to get my name out. Hey, let me take a few quick photos. I've collabed with some pretty big names, Amanda Beck, like if you guys saw that on my Instagram. Joey, Andrew Castiron, working with my coach up here, Virgil, and you know, just the gym community up here in Maryland is super strong, and I love it so much. Like, a lot of people think like the gym community in Florida would be like popping, and it's not. It's dead. Unless you are like a top tier IFBB pro that lives in Stuart, Florida, there's no gym community in Florida. Okay. But the gym community up here is huge. There's all kinds of crazy big gyms everywhere, like very well-known gyms everywhere, and you know, just the community at Hometown Barbell here in Frederick, it's insane. I love it. I love everybody there. Literally since I've been there, you know, day one, just feels like home, feels like family, you know. But yeah, no, so basically my days consist of right now just a whole poop ton of computer work all day long or on my phone. If I'm not in the gym for that like 4 hours a day between my stretching, working out, posing, cardio, little bit of steps here and there, stuff like that, I'm literally sitting right here on my computer editing all day long. It's been a grind. This video is going to be cut in, this is kind of the intro, but it's going to kind of be cut into a few different segments about like the different avenues of life. So yeah, you'll see. All right, I want to share something really awesome with you guys. So let me first start out by saying this is not me throwing myself a celebration video or anything like that. I want to give you guys a little bit of a testimony. So throughout the last over a year now, I've been busting my butt in the content world, specifically, you know, in the fitness industry, I guess. And I've been making lots of free content, lots of free shoots, getting my name out there, that kind of thing. And it's finally starting to pay off, and it's putting me in a position to where I can start like attaining and achieving real goals, and just that I have for myself to be able to create the life that I want to live. Okay. Over the last year now, I've been dealing with the company V1 Nutra. If you've been following, you know, my stuff for a while, you'll have definitely seen them in my feed. And so basically, I've been buying their stuff since 2021. And saw the owner, KJ, on TikTok, just really loved his like entrepreneurial mindset and videos and content all the time. And then boom, all of a sudden he starts a supplement company, and I was in a place to where I was like really getting into the gym at this time, and I was trying all these kinds of pre-workouts, and none of them worked for me. They all sucked. And I was like, you know what, this guy's cool. Let me support his business and try his stuff and see. Boom, ordered it and just fell in love with it. If it worked for me, like that's the thing, it worked. The products worked. I liked KJ, I liked the company, I just liked the vibe, and it just like really, I was really drawn to it. And I was like, you know what, this is like, everybody says like you need to find a company that you just like relate with, and that's me with V1 Nutra. Is there other decent companies out there? Sure. But in my eyes, V1 Nutra is not only the best, but my favorite. And so after a year making, you know, content for them, like they were paying me to do it, like people probably thought, and I wasn't getting paid at all. I was supporting them, repping them, making content for them because I liked the brand, and because I knew that it would hopefully get me somewhere eventually, and you know, the fruits of my labor would come back, right? So basically, a few days before 2023, owner of V1 texted me, hey man, once 2023 kicks off, we'd like to bring you on the team, as an athlete. How does that sound? I'm like, dude, no freaking way. Yes, absolutely, blah, blah, blah. And was that cool? And am I thankful for it? Absolutely. But what you guys know I like to do is camera work and content creation. Me being just an athlete and throwing a code around and saying, hey guys, buy this product because why? That's one thing, but actually creating the content behind the scenes to then, you know, grow the company, that's what I really like to do and vibe with. So, and you guys know that. So anyways, I'm busting out content for them more than ever. Like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, you're seeing a lot of it right now. And so then the owner texted me the other day, hey man, we have a meet coming up in May. I would like to fly you out here to be our videographer for the weekend. I'm like, oh dude, absolutely. I'm hyped. I'm like freaking out. Like, this is my first big travel job. Hey, catch a flight for us. You know what I mean? And then boom, a few more days go by. Hey man, actually I would also like you to see when you can come out here, you know, in the next couple of weeks, and come to our HQ in Texas and shoot some stuff at the headquarters for us. And I just like, I opened that message and I was sitting at the dinner table with Maddie, and I just, yeah, everything just went quiet, you know, in my mind. And I set my phone down and Maddie picked it up and she read the message. And we just looked at each other. It was like, started like tearing up. I'm like, this is working, you know, this grind, it's working. Putting in all the time that I had the last year, going through all the struggles, being so down bad financially because I'm just focused on getting all this to work, and boom, it's finally working. Not only this opportunity with V1, but just in other areas and opportunities in my life. I'm starting to get jobs like crazy. I wish there was more hours in the day, like I said, because I'm just always doing something now that is like actually pertaining to real goals and things that are actually making me money, rather than working on things that I hope are gonna one day make me money. Because those things that I spent 6 months ago doing and setting up in the back ends of my business and stuff like that, that, you know, I remember doing, hey, this is gonna pay off one day, those things are paying off right now, finally. And like I said, I'm just explaining all this to you guys to show as a testimony. If you put your head down and grind, commit to the process, make goals that aren't unrealistic, put your head down, grind, work every day. When it's hard, work. When it's easy, work. When you're down bad, work. Be creative. You'll get there eventually. That's the thing, you'll get there eventually. The fact that I am even here making this video right now talking about it is surreal to me, and it pushes me even more. Now my job is to not get complacent and just keep pushing, because I am slowly creating, manifesting the life that I want to live, right? Doing things that I love, that make me happy, while being able to build a good life, a good family, good mental stability, good bodybuilding career off of it. And it's just all working. All those times where, you know, somebody or family especially, hey, this isn't gonna work, why don't you just go get a normal job? I knew this would pay off eventually. So like I said, moral of this part of the story, keep your head down, grind. All those things that you think aren't possible for you to achieve, you're wrong. All right, so about to go get active rest day in, but first we need to get some carbs and protein in. So protein, we're gonna go with V1 Pro chocolate chip banana bread. This flavor, insane. Probably never coming back though. Going with the mighty mango juice, naked juice. All right, so another section of this video, you might ask what these are. So discipline over motivation, right? Brand I started, it was mainly targeted as like coaching, personal training brand. And while I'm still going to be able to do that on the side as much as I possibly can, ultimate goal is to just grow it into a kind of motivational discipline awareness, mindset awareness, if you will. And have a lot of videography stuff, long form content, short form content, get into like the short film game eventually, obviously me doing videography stuff. And then also too, just the name and everything, and just, you know, I'm into clothes a lot, is I would like to also grow it into a pretty good size apparel brand. A lot of simple stuff. There's just a lot you can do with that phrase. I feel very lucky and blessed I was able to lock in with the name discipline over motivation, that there's no brands already that have that or anything like that. So once I realized, because when I was starting my brand, I was thinking, okay, what is something, like I didn't want it to be something generic. I'm thinking like, what is something that means a lot to me, a phrase, a word, or something that has meant a lot to me and impacted my journey in some way. So I was thinking, like, what are all the concepts of me, my life, my journey that have got me to where I am and going to continue to get me to where I want to be? And man, like one thing I realized that I always told myself was like finding the difference between discipline and motivation, right? And you hear people say it all the time, right? Discipline is more than motivation. And that's just one thing that's always hit deep for me, because motivation, like, you know, I always say motivation is what gets you in the gym, but discipline is what keeps you in the gym. Because after a while, you don't want to go to the gym every day anymore. You know, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, but more times than not, you don't want to go to the gym, right? Especially when you're focused on like working on your craft like I am right now. I wish that I had that extra like 3-4 hours a day to work on the computer or whatever, and to bust out content, but like I got to get my workouts in every day, and that's just a discipline thing. So whether it's, you know, discipline to work harder when you have the time, or to wake up earlier, or to stay up later, you know what I mean? There's always, in every area of life, and this isn't even just correlated to the gym, right? Like that tagline doesn't apply just to the gym. That applies to anything in life. Hanging out with family, you know, whatever craft, trade you're into, there's always going to be the fine line that, you know, requires you to decipher between discipline and motivation and see what's what. I always thought these things were loaded with sugar, but I looked at the ingredient label. No added sugars, literally all natural ingredients. Might need a Naked Juice sponsorship next. I know Brett Wilkin drinks it like all the time. So, and like I said, with the transition of discipline over motivation becoming an actual brand, apparel brand, right? Got my first 2 mock-ups in. These are done by Nino with the guy, it's the same guy who does all of Sebum and Raw Nutrition stuff. When I spent some time there earlier this year, I was able to connect with him. And we just kind of really became like, we didn't talk a lot, but just like always had good interactions, became good friends. He realized that I was a decent human being. I realized that he was a decent human being. When I saw him in Miami, I had him sign my belt. He said that was the first time he ever signed something. I was like, hey, dude literally makes the most goated apparel ever. So we got 2 mock-ups sent to us. This tee is gonna be like the forever like promo type of tee. It's a looser, like next level, kind of not exactly fitted. It's like fitted on the top, but like kind of longer on the bottom. Just the basic logo, nothing on the back. Like I said, this will be that shirt that's just kind of like a promo tee, and would be like one of the cheaper shirts on the website once we get going. And then this shirt, I'm doing all the designs for at least a while. So discipline over motivation on the front, and then this is a comfort colors, high neck, oversized. This quality is nuts. I'm telling you, once you guys get your hands on this, like it's gonna be your favorite shirt in your closet. Definitely sparing no expense like on the material, the designs, stuff like that. And then the back, like I said, I came up with this all in like 1 hour one day, and I just absolutely love it. So it's like, you know, discipline is greater than motivation. Discipline will take you places where motivation can't. The definition of discipline, the logo, a QR code that does actually work. So if anybody ever sees you with this on, be like, oh, what's that? What's that brand? Boom, you tell them to scan the back of your shirt, brings you to our link tree where you can find then all of our platforms and outlets, and then just discipline over motivation again. I personally love this design. I mean, this is definitely like a logo mix between like logo wear and graphic, because it's logos or graphics of the logo. But yeah, no, super excited all these. I got a photo shoot done from the boys in them the other day, and I'm gonna be with all my mock-ups getting a bunch of photo shoots for people, start to build the hype around it, and then hopefully in a couple weeks we can get a drop going. The reason I'm doing this, it's not just so I have my own apparel brand, truly just to spread the awareness and, you know, recognize the difference between discipline and motivation, right? That's the difference between being great and being average. Discipline, great people have discipline, and average people, they run off of motivation. And that's the thing, you're not always gonna be motivated. I am never motivated anymore. I probably, out of, you know, 31 days in a month, I probably have about 2 days where I'm like running off motivation. All the other days are discipline. And then that's when you're really put to the test to see if you're gonna make it in the aspect of accomplishing whatever goals you have set for yourself. Ultimate goal is just to build a community of people that support this message, because a lot of people do already, but I feel like if there was a brand that like pushed this all the time 24/7, like I'm going to with discipline, with my brand, discipline over motivation, like the community that you can build off that is so strong. And like I said, it's not just going to be gym related. I want to have people, individuals and supporters involved that do freaking everything. I mean, far and wide. I mean, people that paint, sing, I don't even know, like literally the most craziest far and wide things. Because like I said, this terminology, discipline over motivation, it applies to every single aspect in your life. So yeah, stay on the lookout for these. Gonna be dropping within the next couple weeks.
Holding on to faded plastic.
I know this video included a lot of just like long sit down conversations, so that's kind of why I tried to spice it up with a little bit of the b-roll. But like I said, basically this video is just like a not really life update, but I guess business update, and just how everything is being manifested and just really starting to pop off and really grow to where I've always wanted to be. And you know, to think of that we're not even like really getting started on this road yet is pretty crazy. And just the past month has been great, right? We talked about the thing with V1, discipline over motivation merch coming and all that good stuff. And really, this is just the start of it. And the reason, like I said, I want to make this video is to show you guys that if you put your mind towards something, you find something to check off your list to push you towards this goal every single day, eventually you're going to get there to the point where you're starting to make momentum and actually go somewhere with those goals, rather than just having them, you know, on the pillow, right? Getting up, doing an action every single day to push you towards that goal. So yeah, hopefully the next video will be a little more interesting and get a workout in, something like that. But you know, if you watch this video all the way through, love you very much, appreciate it. And all you guys that have been here since day one and remember this video, I hope that, you know, in a year and 5 years you remember back to this day where it was just like finally all starting to become real. So yeah.